Mantram. Let us start with a Dwaya Mantram, because a Dwaya Mantram is the one that you can chant Sarvakala Sarvavastas, anytime. As a Japam, you have to take shower, count and do. As a Dhyanam, Dwaya Mantram is the only one you can do anytime, irrespective of time, place and circumstances. When you are wearing shoes, you are taking an evening walk, you can chant a Dvaya Mantram. But don't count, just keep chanting. When you are lying down on the bed, unable to fall asleep, yes, you can chant Dvaya Mantram. When you are in the shower, you can chant Dvaya Mantram. The greatness of Dvaya Mantram, generally ladies in their monthly cycles are not allowed to chant any mantras. Why chant? Even they are not even allowed to listen to Veda mantras. But this Dvaya Mantram, you can chant even in your monthly cycles. When there is a child birth in the family, 10 days of quarantine period, you are not supposed to chant. But Dvaya Mantram you can do as a dhyanam, chanting. Not as japam, but as without counting. When there is a death in the family, minimum 10 days ashaucham, quarantine period. During that time, no puja, no mantram chanting. But Dvaya Mantram, yes, you can do without counting dhyanam. That is the greatness of Dvaya Mantram. I hope you remember, when Draupadi did her Sharanagati, she was in her monthly cycle. Even during that most critical time of a monthly cycle, Bhagavan accepted Draupadi's Sharanagati. That is the greatness of Dvaya Mantra. So it is called a Dvaya Mantram because it has two lines. Sriman Narayana Charano Sharanam Prapacche, Srimate Narayanaya Namaha. So it starts with the Sriman Narayana. Sri, Sri means Mahalakshmi. Just as Bhagavan Shabdam has 6 attributes: Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Teja. These are the Shadgunya Paripurnatvam for Bhagavan. These 6 qualities are there in 100% perfection. He is called Bhagavan. Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Teja. Same way for Mahalakshmi, because she is equally Paramatma. As Bhagavad Ramanuja says, Sheela, Rupa, Guna, Vilasadipihi, Atma, Anurupaya, Shriyasaha, Asinam. Mahalakshmi is just a mirror image of Sriman Narayana. She also has 6 attributes for the very word Sri. One, she is the only one sought after by all the Jivatmas. She is the one who will plead on the behalf of the Jivatmas with her Lord, Sriman Narayana. She is the one who listens to all the prayers of the Jivatmas. Of all the Jivatmas. And she is the one, she will make her Lord Sriman Narayana listen to all the prayers of all the Jivatmas. Mahalakshmi is the one, Sri is the one who will destroy all the karma that is standing in the way of our attaining moksha. The 6th and the last important quality, she will make sure that our mind becomes fully ripened so that we desire only moksham and nothing other than that. An unimaginably kind mother is Sri Mahalakshmi. So when the word Sriman Narayana Charano Sri, the Sri has Sri how many attributes? 6 attributes. She is the one to whom all the jivas go first and foremost for their liberation. She is the one who will plead on our behalf with her Lord Narayana. She is the one who listens to all the prayers of all the jivatmas. She is the one who will make Narayana listen to all the prayers of all the jivatmas. She is the one who can destroy all the karma of the jivatmas that is standing in the way of our attaining salvation. And who will ripen our minds so that a jivatma will only think of moksham and nothing else. That great is Mahalakshmi. So by saying the first line, Sriman Narayana Charano Sharanam Prabhaji, we are addressing Bhagavan as Sriman Narayana. And then say, Charanau Sharanam Prabhaji, I take refuge at your feet. I surrender at your feet. Or it can also be explained, Sriman Narayana Charanau, surrender at the feet of Sriman Narayana. You can break the sentence as Sriman Narayana and then Charanau Sharanam Prabhaji. Or you can also break it as Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prabhaji. That we surrender at the divine lotus feet of Sriman Narayana. If somebody is asking, why are we doing Sharanagati at the feet? Even though we say it is the divine feet of Sriman Narayana, what actually it means is the entire Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana. Then why are we saying only feet? Because the feet are considered as the most valuable part of Bhagavan's form. Because we only touch his feet. We only keep our head at his feet. When you touch your head at the feet of Bhagavan, it is as good as you are touching every part of Bhagavan. So doing Sharanagati, absolute surrender, at the divine lotus feet of Sriman Narayana is the meaning of the first part, Sriman Narayana Charanam Sharanam Prapalche. So this doing Sharanagati is the means for attaining salvation. The means in Sanskrit is called Upayam. Upayam means something you have to do. So the second line, Srimate Narayanaya Namaha. So what is the second part indicates Srimate Narayanaya Namaha. So by doing Sharanagati, what is it that we are getting? We get eligibility to do eternal service to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana in Sri Vaikuntham. The outward meaning for Srimate Narayanaya Namaha is we prostrate to Sriman Narayana. But the hidden meaning is The hidden meaning of Srimati Narayana Namaha, superficial meaning is we prostrate to Sriman Narayana. But the hidden meaning is, may I be used for the service of Sriman Narayana. It means I am not for myself. I am not for myself. I belong to Sriman Narayana. Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to my Lord Sriman Narayana. And it also says, I am never the master. He is my master. And I am always his servant. And the very fact of my seeking salvation is only to serve the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana. It also means I don't do anything for myself. I don't do anything for myself. I do everything for the sake of the Lord. In fact, even the puja I am doing, I am not doing. It is Bhagavan who is making me do. Without his intervention, I would not have even done the puja. A true Sharanagata behaves like that. No question of ego. With utmost respect for each and every Bhagavata. No way taking credit for anything. Giving all the credit to Bhagavan. Even though he or she is doing kainkaryam to Bhagavan. Literally feeling, I am the last servant of the Lord. I am the last servant of the Lord. Tvad-bhrutya bhrutya paricharaka bhrutya bhrutya bhrutyasya bhrutya iti mam smara lokanatha. We are the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servants, Sriman Narayana. So it is Bhagavan Sriman Narayana who is doing everything. He is getting the things done using me as an instrument. And by doing those service to the Lord, I'm not getting anything in return. Even this service I am doing only for the pleasure of the Lord. Paramapurushah Sarvaseshi Shriyapatihi Swayameva Karayati. It is Bhagavan who is making it me do. What for? For his own pleasure. So where does I come into picture? Nowhere. Nowhere. It is Bhagavan who is motivating me. It is Bhagavan who is making me do. It is Bhagavan who is making me do for his pleasure. So totally, if you take the Dwaya Mantram, Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prapajye Srimate Narayana Namaha, the first part indicates the means of attaining salvation, the process we have to do, namely absolute surrender at the feet of the Lord. And the second part indicates the benefit we get, the upeya. Upayam is the means, upeyam, the benefit. First part indicates what we have to do, the means of attaining salvation. Second part indicates what we get, the phalam, the result, namely nitya kainkaryam at Sriveku. Remember, To get something, you have to do something. To get an output, you need to have some input. The input here is our absolute surrender at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. And the output we are getting is Nitya Kainkaryam, eternal service in Sri Vaikuntham. The means is to do Sharanagati, and the result is getting divine Kainkaryam in an eternal world, Sri Vaikuntham. Therefore, may we be fortunate enough to chant as a dhyanam, the Dwaya Mantram, in Sarvakala Sarvavastas. Go ahead, my questions. Now Manaja says, Tat Praptayecha, Tat Padambrajadvaya Prapate Anyandame, Kalpakoti Sahasrena Pi Sadhanamasti Manvanaha.
Every time we do the Dvayam, do we have to think of the meaning also, Acharya?
That in fact, that is also very helpful. He says, Kevalam Dvayam Ardhanusandhanena. Kevalam Dvayam Ardha Anusandhanena. If you know the meaning, that the process of Sharanagati is only the input, that I am surrendering at his feet, not for my sake, for his pleasure. And the benefit I am going to get is eternal Kainkaryam, Nitya Seva, in a place which is always existing. There is no time that Vaikuntham doesn't exist. At the end of the 100 years of Brahma, in the huge pralayam, even Brahmaloka, every loka is wiped out. All the 14 worlds are wiped out until the next Brahma takes over. But even when all the 14 worlds up to Brahmaloka are wiped out, Vaikuntham is beyond that. Are you getting it, ma'am?
Yes,
and the benefit we are getting is eternal Kainkaryam. Nitya Niratishaya Shashwata Sri Vaikuntha Nivasam. What for that Sri Vaikuntha Nivasam? Tat Padam Bhujadvayeka Paricharyeka Manoradha. Manoratham, desire, the only desire that we are allowed to have after Sharanagati is everyone, everyone for that matter, not just one person. Everyone should be aware of the fact that the very process of doing Sharanagati is to attain, to enjoy eternal service to Bhagavan in an eternal place. Even if you go to any other world, Brahmaloka, the highest world, it is not eternal. Brahmavana lokan punaravartinojana. Go ahead, my next question.
What is the, Devar mentioned we should not use I. Can you elaborate so much? Just requesting. I and we, what is the significance in our sampradayas?
You see, word I, when used in a personal sense, indicates ego. But the word I used in the mode of service doesn't indicate ego. Look at the difference. I am the boss in this house. indicates ego. I am the boss in this house indicates ego. But the same word I can be used without any reference to ego. I am an eternal servant of the Lord. Yes, you are using the word I, but the context is altogether different. In the first sentence, I own this house. That ego sense is there. But in the second sentence that you say, I am a servant of the Lord, that I doesn't indicate any ego at all. So depending on the way that we use the word I, there's a lot of difference. Anything that is indicating with ego will make us bound again to the samsara. Anything that is kainkaryam to Bhagavan will help us get released from samsara. Same thing for plural we. We are the ones who can make or break this project. It indicates ego. The same we can be used with no ego. We are blessed to be servants of the Lord. Using the word I or we, but one in the sense of ego, another in the sense of servitude. In the sense of ego will lead us to bondage. In the sense of servitude will lead us to liberation. That is the beauty of religious way of looking at things. The same thing can be done for getting into bondage. The same thing can be done to get out of bondage. Say Kavita is there. If Kavita says, I am making okra vegetable because my daughter likes it, she is putting herself as well as her daughter into more and more of bondage. If Kavita says the same sentence, I am making okra vegetable because my Lord Krishna likes it, making the okra is the same, but the way it is there treated to be enjoyed by her daughter will lead her as well as her daughter into bondage. But the same thing for offering to Bhagavan Krishna will make them relieved from bondage. The final process is the same, namely the daughter is eating. But in the first sentence, the daughter eating is acquiring more karma because it is not offered to Bhagavan. But in the second process, when it is made for the pleasure of the Lord, eating the same okra vegetable as prasadam will lead her daughter relieved of all karma. Is that clear, Sadashiva?
Yes, Swami. The message.
So a Dwaya Mantram has so much of significance. What are the 6 qualities of Bhagavan? that makes him Bhagavan?
Gnana Bala Aishwarya Veera Shakti Teja.
Say slowly, Amma. If you are saying so fast, yeah, go ahead.
Gnana Bala Veerya Shakti Teja.
Oh, you said only 5. You missed one.
Aishwarya, Swamiji.
Aishwarya.
Jnana Bala Aishwarya
Virya Shakti Teja.
Correct. Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Teja.
Teja.
It is the same 6 qualities. Sadgunya Paripurnatvam is Bhagavat Shabda. The 6 qualities and 100% perfection is Bhagavan. But the same Bhagavan, Paravasudeva, also exists in Srivaikuntam in 4 different forms, Vyuha forms, as Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Do you remember how to interpret that, Amma? Hello? Vasudeva, Paravasudeva has all the 6 qualities in 100% perfection. Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Teja. And the same Bhagavan, Paravasudeva, also exists in the 4 forms called Vyuha forms, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Do you know how to understand the Vyuha forms of the Lord? You forgot? Okay, very easy to remember. Among the 4 forms of the Lord, Vasudeva, again is exactly the same as Paravasudeva. So the Vasudeva Tattvam, whether there is the word Para before that or not, again has all the 6 qualities, Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Teja. The remaining 3 Vyuha forms, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, have only 2 qualities each. Only 2 qualities, 2 of the 6 qualities. Jnana and Bala for Sankarshana. Sankarshana, Adisesha. Jnana, Bala. Aishwarya, Virya for Pradyumna. Shakti and Tejaha for Aniruddha. In the Vyuha form, the same Bhagavan will again reallocate the 6 of them to the 4 Vyuha forms with all 6 to Vasudeva Tattvam. In the Vasudeva, Vyuha Vasudeva, and the remaining 3 Vyuha forms, Sankarshana, none other than Adisesha, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, with the 2 qualities, Jnana, Bala for Sankarshana, Aishwarya, Virya for Pradyumna, Shakti, Tejaha for Aniruddha. Now come back. Come back to Mahalakshmi. As much as Bhagavan Sriman Narayana is Bhagavan, Sri Mahalakshmi is equally Bhagavan. If Bhagavan is a Shadgunya Paripurna with 6 qualities, Sri Mahalakshmi is also having the 6 qualities. Can anyone of you try? What are the 6 qualities of Sri Mahalakshmi?
Shila Rupa Guna Vilasadibihi Atmanurupaya Sriya Sahasina.
There you got only 4, Shila, Rupa, Guna, Vilasa. What are the 6 qualities of Sri Mahalakshmi?
Priyate, Shrayate, Shrunoti,
Very good.
Shravayati.
Very good, Amma. Very good, Amma. If you say that, people may not understand. Say in a language where they will understand.
She listens to us and she does the Purushakara Prapati and recommends
One
to
second.
Bhagavan.
The first one is She is the one who is sought after by all the Jivatmas. When we go to do Sharanagati, we don't do directly to Bhagavan. We first go to Mahalakshmi. So our first destination is actually, she is the one who is sought after by all the Jivatmas. Then, yes, she listens, and in turn, we go to Mahalakshmi. In turn, Mahalakshmi goes to Narayana and pleads on our behalf. The first thing, we surrender to Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi in turn goes to Narayana and pleads on our behalf. Then comes, she listens to our prayers. She will make sure Narayana will listen to our prayers. Whatever we convey to her, she will convey them to Narayana and will make sure Narayana listens to our prayers. The four qualities, again going back to, she is the one who is sought after by all the Jivatmas, and she in turn goes to Sriman Narayana and pleads on our behalf. She listens to all the prayers of all the souls, and she will make sure Sriman Narayana listens to all the prayers of all the Jivatmas. Then comes, for our Sharanagati to become perfect, there is so much of karma in our way. She is the one who will destroy all the karma of the Jivatmas, because it is the unfortunate karma that is standing in our way of attaining Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana. She will clear all that karma. And not only that, she will make our intelligence in such a wonderful way. She will make sure that we desire only moksham and nothing other than that. That's why she is called Sri. Now, can one of you give the meaning of Sriman Narayana Charano Sharanam Prapajye? Hey Sriman Narayana, addressing as Sriman Narayana, addressing him. We surrender at your feet. We take shelter at your feet. We take refuge at your feet. Or it can also mean we take refuge at the feet of Sriman Narayana Charanau as one portion of the first line. Then Sharanam Prapajye. So here, Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prapajye can be, hey Sriman Narayana, we take shelter at you. We take shelter at the feet of Sriman Narayana. This indicates the means of attaining salvation, the upayam. Srimate Narayanaaya Namaha. Srimate Narayanaaya Namaha. That indicates the benefit we are going to get out of doing Sharanagati. Exactly. Even though externally it means we offer our prostrations to Sriman Narayana, what actually it means is that I am only meant for serving Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. I am not for myself. I belong to Narayana. I am the servant of Sriman Narayana. I don't want to do anything for myself. And I'm not doing anything. It is the Bhagavan who is making me do everything, using me as a tool in his hands. And by doing that Sharanagati, that we will be attaining a place where we can be doing eternal service to the Lord. First one is the means of attaining salvation. Second one is the benefit of attaining salvation. The benefit of attaining salvation is to do Nitya Kainkaryam. Many people do Sharanagati, but their minds are not mature enough to think that this Sharanagati is actually meant to attain that bhagyam of doing eternal service to Bhagavan. Go ahead, Amma. Is that clear?
Hariam. Yes. Yes.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes, Swamiji.
To Ashtakshara Mantram. Now that we know why we are doing all these things, now it will be easy for us to go to the Ashtakshara Mantram. Well, for those with Yajnapavitam, it is given as Om Namo Narayanaya, and for those without Yajnapavitam, as Am Namo Narayanaya. So the first letter Om is a combination of three individual letters, A, U, M. The three letters A representing Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. Because the letter A is the beginning of all the alphabet. English we say A, Sanskrit it is A. Because Mahavishnu is the origin of everything. Second, another meaning of Akaram, A in A-U-M, Om is A is the shortened form of Ava. Ava means to get protection, to protect. And Vishnu is the protector. So the first letter A in Om represents Vishnu. And the second letter U represents Mahalakshmi. Or it can also mean only. And the third letter M represents the individual soul. How do we know that M represents the individual soul? If you look at Sanskrit alphabet, the letter M is the 25th alphabet in the Sanskrit. Kakha, Gagha, Igna, Chacha, Jajana, Tata, Dadhana, Tata, Dadhana, Papa, Baba, Ma. The 25th one. And according to scriptures, 25th Tattvam is the Jivatma. How do you know 25th Tattvam is Jivatma? There are 26 Tattvas. 26th is Paramatma. 25th is Jivatma. How do we know? The first Tattvam is Prakriti. And Prakriti modifies into Mahat. From Mahat, the concept of I comes Ahankara. And once that Ahankara has come, then we have the 5 elements. Prithvi, Apas, Teja, Vayu, Akasha. Then we have the 5 qualities of the 5 elements. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Then we have 5 Jnanendriyas. Then we have 5 Karmendriyas. So 5 elements, their quality is 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas. So totally we have 23. The 24th Tattvam is the mind. That is like the central processing unit. And then comes the Makaram, the 25th. The 25th letter of Sanskrit alphabet, Jivatma. And the 26th one is the Paramatma. So coming back to the Pranavam, A-U-M, Akaram, Vishnu Vacham, Ukaram, Lakshmi Vacham, are belong to only Makaram, Jivatma Tattva. That means totally when you say A-U-M, Om, take the letter U as for Mahalakshmi. Om literally means Jivatma is the servant of the Divya Dampatis Mahavishnu and Mahalakshmi. Akaram, Vishnu Vacham, Ukaram, Lakshmi Vacham, Makaram, Jivatma. That the soul is an eternal servant of Vishnu and Lakshmi, Sri Mahalakshmi and Sriman Narayana. Or if you are using the letter U, U meaning not as Lakshmi but only, then the word A-U-M, Om, means Jivatma is to be a servant of Paramatma only. Means the Jivatma is for A and U, for Mahavishnu and Mahalakshmi. Then comes, once you know the meaning of Om, Namo. Namo, it can also mean Namaha. Namaha, if you take it as one word, it means I offer my salutations. Whereas if you split the word Namaha, Na-maha, Na-maha, that means not mine, not mine, not mine. It's not mine. So if you say not mine, what are you meaning by not mine? I am not for me. I am meant to be a servant of the Lord. Because I belong to the Lord. When you say A and U, I am supposed to be a servant of both the divine parents, Sri Mahalakshmi and Sriman Narayana. Nothing is mine, everything belongs to him. Na Maha. Nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to Bhagavan, including this Jivatma. That is the meaning of Namaha. Not mine, not for me. It also means I am not the master, I am the servant. I am the servant of both A and U, of the Divya Dampatis. A representing Sriman Narayana, U representing Sri Mahalakshmi. Then comes Narayanaya. Narayanaya. So in this, Nara means, or Nara means that which will not perish. So Jivatma is never perishing. So Nara, Jivatma, one which will never perish. Because Jivatma is as eternal as the Bhagavan. Jivatma doesn't have death.
Swamiji, I didn't get it, Swamiji. Jivatma doesn't have death. I didn't get that point.
Jivatma doesn't have death. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahiti pavakaha, nachinam kledayan chapu, na shoshayati marutaha.
Adi, Swamiji.
Then comes Ayana. Ayana means the resting place, the support. Ayana can also means the upayam, the means. Ayana can also means the fruit, the final objective. So Narayana means Narayana, one who is the resting place of all the Jivatmas. It can also mean one who is the resting place of Nara. Chetanas and Achetanas take rest, are supported by Narayana. It can also mean Narayana, Narayana Mayanam. Bhagavan exists as Antaryami in everyone. So Narayana also means he abides or exists in all things as Antaryami. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hridayasya arjuna tishtati. So if you look at Narayana, the Chetanas as well as Prakriti Achetanas, they rest in Narayana. Or if you say Narayana Mayanam, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, he rests in all Chetanas and Achetanas. So look at one at a time. That Bhagavan Sriman Narayana is the resting place for all Chetanas and Achetanas. All of us abide in him. Every one of them is taking rest, is supported by Narayana. Or the other one is Sriman Narayana is the Antaryami. Therefore, he rests in all the Jivatmas. Bhagavan Sriman Narayana residing in the hearts of everyone, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridesharjuna Tishtari, is called Antarvyapti. The Lord is present. The Lord is present inside every Jivatma. Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam Hridesharjuna Tishtari. One Bahirvyapti, not only Antarvyapti. Bahirvyapti, Bhagavan is present where Chetanas and Achetanas are not even there. That means Narayana is present in every Jivatma, and Narayana is present even if there are no Jivatmas. Narayana is universal. So when we say Ayana means the resting place, Narayana is as Antaryami, or all Jivatmas rest in Narayana. Or if you look at the word Ayana as a upaya, as a means of attaining salvation, so Narayana means Nara, he, the Supreme Lord Narayana, Vishnu, is the upaya, is the means of attaining salvation. Or if you look at Ayana as the fruit or the benefit, Narayana means he is the one who is the ultimate fruit to be attained by all Jivatmas. So all of them put together, what does it mean, Om Namo Narayanaya? The simplest meaning, we offer our salutations to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. Other meaning, I surrender myself to the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana. Because my presence is only to serve the Lord. It can also mean I'm an eternal servant of the Lord only. I'm an eternal servant of the Lord and Sri Mahalakshmi. It can also mean I surrender myself completely to the Lord. Then we are indicating that we are so confident Sriman Narayana will give us protection. It can also mean I will do service only to Bhagavan and Sri Mahalakshmi, to the Divya Dampatis. It can also mean I'm always surrender to him. And I am meant only to be a servant of both Mahalakshmi and Bhagavan. And by saying Namaha, it also means nothing belongs to me. Mam madiyan cha nikhilam chetana chetanatmakam swakainkaryopakarnam varada svikuru swayam. Anything that is there belonging to me, be it myself, my wife, my husband, my children, chetanas, achetanas, my house, my property, my gold, my car, my assets, everything is belonging to Bhagavan only. And finally, my very existence is only to serve the Lord and for nothing else. By serving the Lord means by serving the Lord and Mahalakshmi. The Jivatma is for Mahalakshmi and Narayana. That many meanings are there for the Ashtakshara Mantram. Are you getting it, ma'am?
Yes, Swami.
Yes, yes.
If you cannot understand, we'll continue again next week also. Sriman Narayana Prichaddham Mantra Pasutiparayanam Karishe Tvairakshad Rakshakaikamanye Tvaicharakshad Rakshakaikamanye Idrishyadhi Sayamnicham Ruhare Vegavati Tasayantvam Ahobli Gaurusharamajya Krupavashat Kalvasanithanam Lakshmi Astamalingatamam Bhagam Lakshmi Nusumam Sharanam Prabhajye Sri Shuruvacha Vrutotpala Vishalaksham Feshadishtam Sri Shuruvacha Vrutotpala Vishalaksham Feshadishtam Sarvaihi Vachtam Praptam Sabalohum Tadeshutam Padavashrada Patalam Murdha Vishat Vishtavam Jyotim Sakyana Nakshatra Jvalnadi Nakramat Sarve Indrairi Pinasavam Sarva Sarvada Narvasimhachiva Ishurupam Hatpanaha Yanamasvarnal Vitaha Bhutabetala Rashasaha Sarvopyam Samashicha Sakalam Bhadramashute Sakshat Swakari Sampraptam Mrityum Shatugananmitam Namaskarattakam Asmai Vidhayatman Vedanam Dasabhuta Sata Sarve Hatmana Paramatmana Namaskarattakam Asmai Vidhayatman Vedanam Dasabhuta Sata Sarve Hatmana Paramatmana Shankari Nadratvam Padanam Tataranayam Shankari Nadratvam Padanam Tataranayam Sri Mantra Pasatiparayam Samaptam Tvairakshadrakshakimanye Tvaicharakshadrakshakimanye Drinshadhi Sayamnityam Dhore Vegavadita Ahobli Gaurusharamajya Krupavasharkavasanithanam Lakshmi Astamalingatamam Bhagam Lakshmi Nusumam Sharanam Prabhajye Om Satgurun Sarvagurubhyo Namaha Sriranganash Gopedindashtam Lakshmi Nusumashadhi Karani Patram Shringa Berura Shogavarjam Vedanti Samapajye Srimati Sriman Shragopashi Vedanti Smadeshkam Smadacharya Dirule Sharanam
Narayana.